Hi everyone, this is Agathe with B Signature Hotel and Resorts. I hope all of you are doing well. Today I want to tell you more about our group. Our group that has a special place in my heart as it's actually a French family group that was founded about 30 years ago by my grandfather. Then my mother took over the business about 20 years ago and she expanded the group from 1 property to 7. Let's jump into it, and I'm now going to tell you all about the properties. So we actually have 5 hotels in Paris. We have 1 resort in Barths and 1 resort in South Brittany. Today I want to tell you more about Paris and Barths. So in Paris, we are located in all of the key places of the City of Light. We have 2 beautiful properties located right next to the Champs-Élysées, the Hôtel Vernet and the Hôtel de Serres. We have 2 hotels in the heart of Saint-Germain-des-Prés, so the more authentic part of Paris, I would say, the Hôtel Montalembert and the Bellamy Hotel. And we have another hotel right on the Opera Avenue, and 100% of our room will actually be overlooking the opera. Let me start with the 2 properties on the left bank, so the Bellamy and the Montalembert, and I'll then jump onto the properties that are on the right bank. So, to begin with, the Bellamy Hotel. So the Bellamy was actually the first property that B Signature bought in Paris. It's a 5-star hotel located right in front of the church of Saint-Germain-des-Prés. This property has 100 rooms and it actually makes it the largest hotel of our collection, even though we're still talking about a boutique hotel. That hotel used to be a printing factory, the building. So that's actually a great thing for us because the lobby, all of the public spaces are actually pretty large, which is unusual in Saint-Germain-des-Prés. We also have a gym, we have a spa, and this is all thanks to the history of the building. Let me tell you more about the rooms. So out of the 100 rooms that we have, you will have 3 rooms category. We have the superior room, the executive room, and the deluxe rooms. To be 100% honest with you, usually for US traveler, I tend to recommend deluxe or executive room, but definitely try and not to book superior room because they will be just too small for the suitcases. It's true in all of Saint-Germain-des-Prés. The buildings are always a little bit smaller, which implies the room with smaller square feet. We also have beautiful suites, and the brand new thing at the Bellamy Hotel is the fact that we now have 5 apartments, from 1 up to 3 bedroom apartments, and we also have 1 that has a terrace. When I'm talking about apartments, I mean a living room, a kitchenette, and a room, or 2 rooms, or 3 rooms. We have plenty of options, and all of those are confirmed at time of booking. Keep in mind that in all of B Signature hotels, you will be able to confirm at time of booking not only the connecting room, but also the type of floor your guest wants, so from the wood floor to the carpet floor, but also the type of shower or bathtub that your guest will have. We know that's important for you, so we want to make sure that your guests are happy when they check in. The more we know about them, the best it is for us. The Bellamy also offers a great buffet breakfast in the morning, which is always offered on a complimentary basis should you book directly with the hotel. We have a great brunch taking place every Saturday and every Sunday. It's actually one of the top 5 brunch of Paris. And as I was saying earlier, we have a wellness and a fitness area, which is accessible 24/7. Keep in mind that also that in all of our properties, we can offer meeting and event spaces. I'm now going to the Montalembert Hotel. So the Montalembert is literally 5 minutes walking from the Bellamy Hotel. You're still in Saint-Germain, but you're in, I would say, maybe a more quiet part of Saint-Germain, closer to the antique shop, the interior designer, very close to the Bon Marché department store, and only a step away from the Musée d'Orsay. This property was entirely renovated in 2016 and 2017, so it's really a brand new property. It has 50 rooms, and if there's one word that I could use to talk about that hotel, it's a dollhouse. It's really elegant and yet a very discreet address. Out of the 50 rooms, you have two types of rooms. You will have the superior and the deluxe. And same as for the Bellamy, I tend to recommend deluxe rooms rather than superior rooms because they will just be a bit too tight for US travelers. We also have junior suites and of course suites. Keep in mind that in all of our suites, the sofa are actually sofa beds, so they can be a good option for families, for instance. And here again, we have plenty of options of connecting, and we can have up to 3 connecting rooms. It can be rooms to rooms and rooms to suite. At the Montalembert, we are lucky enough to have a very nice terrace. We also have a fireplace in winter and the restaurant, of course, and you will have a free access to the spa and the fitness center of the Bellamy Hotel, 5 minutes away from the hotel, Montalembert. Here again, we have several options of meeting rooms, smaller ones. Then you actually cross the Lovers Bridge and you arrive in front of the Louvre. Then you take the Opera Avenue and you will find the Edward VII Hotel right there. If you're looking for the most central location of Paris, I must say the Edward VII definitely has it. You can walk to the Marais, you can walk to the Champs-Élysées, you can walk to Saint-Germain, but you can also walk to all of the center of interest that Paris has to offer. This building was actually an Haussmannian building, so you will see that all of the rooms are actually larger. Out of the 69 rooms, you will have 60 of them that will have balconies overlooking the opera. So that's quite unique. We will confirm those views at time of booking, but just keep in mind that almost all of our rooms actually offer this view. So what's very special at the Edward VII Hotel, it's also the fact that we have 2 rooms collection. We have the Edward VII collection, which is very linked to the jewelry universe. The colors are linked to the stones, and why is that? It's because the Place Vendôme is only a step away from the Edward VII, so it was just to be linked to the neighborhood. Here, definitely, you can go for the superior room. It's usually large enough, but then even from the deluxe room, you will be at around 230 square feet. And the second collection is the Couture Collection. Those bedrooms, the decor is very linked to the opera. And as you can see, you have different types of fabric going from velvet, leather, and the idea was really to be linked to the fact that those rooms have opera view and that we are so close to the theaters and the Opera of Paris. Be assured that at time of booking, we will ask you what type of collection your guest wants. This way, we're sure that at check-in, they are happy and not disappointed compared to what they can see on the picture on the confirmation. Also keep in mind that in that property, we have plenty of options of connecting again, and we are happy to confirm them at time of booking. The Edward VII Hotel will offer a buffet breakfast also, that is again included in the rate. So just to recap, at the Bellamy and at the Edward VII, you have a buffet breakfast. In all of our other properties in Paris, it will be à la carte. However, in all of our properties, the breakfast is offered on a complimentary basis if you book direct. And again, at the Edward VII, we also have meeting spaces available. Let's jump into the Hôtel de Serres. So we are now in the Golden Triangle of Paris, in the heart of it, actually. The Hôtel de Serres is the neighbor property to the Four Seasons, the Georges V. So it's located 5 minutes walking from the Champs-Élysées and 5 minutes from the River Seine. This property is very special. Why is that? Well, it used to be the private mansion of a French noble that was called the Marquis de Serres. This building now has 52 rooms, and half of them have terraces or balconies, and you have to realize that half of them are overlooking the Eiffel Tower. We confirm those views at time of booking. Just feel free to ask. That's definitely something that we can make happen. The rooms are all pretty large again. There's a theme around music linked to the fact that we work a lot with the entertainment industry. We get a lot of artists in that property because it's kind of a discreet and secret address of Paris. And we have suites that are definitely unique, especially the 2 Eiffel Tower suites that we have that will offer breathtaking view over the Eiffel Tower. At the Hôtel de Serre, of course, we have a very nice bar, but we also have an outdoor garden, which actually can be outdoor or indoor. So according to the weather, the glass dome will open and close, and the restaurant will be either outdoor or indoor. Again, just keep in mind, we have meeting spaces. And to finish with Paris, the Hôtel Vernet, the last but definitely not the least. The Hôtel Vernet was built a little more than 100 years ago, and it was built as a hotel. This is pretty unusual in Paris. Usually the buildings were not made to be hotel, but to be maybe houses or, well, printing factory. Well, many options, but not that often hotels. So that property has 50 rooms, and we fully renovated it in 2015. I mean, from the roof to the lobby. This hotel is a 5-star property, offering rooms that, as I was saying, are very large. The theme definitely in that property is wood. All of the walls of the rooms are made in wood, and the doors are curved. They're made in massive wood, and they're actually curved. So when you close them, you have the feeling of being in a wood cocoon. The bathrooms are huge, and this is the reason, the historical reason of that is actually that, as I said earlier, the property was built as a hotel, and therefore it was sought to welcome guests. So both the rooms and the bathrooms are very large. And from the luxe rooms, you will have a bathtub and a walk-in shower in all of the rooms. Those are the suites. So as you can see, the decoration remains more or less the same. It's just the size, obviously, that will change. And here in that property, we have plenty of options also, family rooms that can be up to 3 connecting rooms. Confirm that time of booking. So the Hôtel Vernet, actually, the idea when we renovated the property, Vernet was a family of painters. So the idea we had when we bought the property and refurbished it was actually to bring art into the hotel. The masterpiece was already there, obviously the glass dome of the restaurant that was made by Gustave Eiffel. But then we had a painter that also came, and he painted the ceiling of the bar, and he drew the carpet of the bar also. So there's a mirror effect. And yet we kept the marble, we kept the ceiling, and we kept, the chimney, as you can see, the fireplace. Here again, you have several options of meeting spaces. Enough for Paris. I'm taking you to the Caribbean. Let's get a little bit of sun. So we are now in St. Barths. This property was the last addition to B Signature Collection. We bought that hotel in 2016 and we refurbished it for 2 years. So the property is brand new. This hotel is located 5 minutes away from Saint-Jean. Saint-Jean is the airport of St. Barths, in case you're not familiar with the island. Not only is it 5 minutes from the airport, it's also 5 minutes away from Gustavia. Gustavia is the main town of St. Barths, where you will find all of the restaurants and all of the shopping. To give you an idea of how good the location is, just know that the Cheval Blanc is located right here and the Eden Rock right there, and we're here. So we have an ideal location, and we are located on a private beach, which is unique on the island. The idea of this property was to have a lush vegetation on the beach. As I was saying earlier, it's a private beach, and so we actually have several rooms and suites which are located directly fit in the sand. This can sound normal, but is actually unique in some Barths. As a five-star hotel, of course, you will have all of the services that you can imagine, going from the concierge service, but you also have always included in the price the electric transfer, VIP electric transfer from the airport and to the airport. We can help you, of course, to rent a car. Keep in mind that at the Manapani, inside the resort, we only allow electrical car. The reason is to preserve the peacefulness and the nice smell of the vegetation. However, if you have a thermic car, it can be parked just in front of the resort, so no worries. We can have the car brought to the property, and that's absolutely not an issue, and your guests can even rent it for a few days. We get everything organized for them, either on site or before they arrive. When you go into high season, so from Christmas time to the end of March, we tend to recommend your guests to book their car earlier at time of booking. This way, they're sure that they have the vehicle that they wish to have. We have a beautiful spa, and we offer on a complimentary basis yoga and Pilates classes every morning on the spa deck. Of course, you have the Wi-Fi all over the property, and that's something I did not mention earlier, but that's true in all of our hotels. But in some Barths, wherever you are, even on the beach, you will have a good Wi-Fi connection. You have a gaming room for kids. Just keep in mind, there's no one watching the kids. So it's not a kids club, it's just a gaming room. And we have 2 swimming pools, including one that is reserved for adults. So this is the way the Manapani Hotel is done. So as you can see, you have several rooms that are located and suites that are located directly on the sand. And all of the rooms, 100% of our rooms will actually have a terrace facing the ocean. We have ocean view guaranteed for all of our guests. Out of the 43 rooms and villas of the hotel, you will have 24 connecting room options. So plenty options of connecting. We are definitely family friendly, but yet we are also preserving the intimacy of the guests that are not traveling with kids, which explains why we have a swimming pool, the spa swimming pool, which is reserved for adults only. So as I was saying, the rooms will all have ocean views. You're definitely in large room. Even in deluxe rooms, you will the rooms will be for a minimum of about 400 square feet. And then the prestige room, obviously you have a little living room area. The junior suite have a separated living room from the room, and then you move to the categories that are actually on the beach. So a beach junior suite, you have the beachside suite. You have the beach prestige. I mean, there are plenty of options. From my point of view, the best thing is definitely either to reach out to me or to reach out to the reservation team of the hotel. Let us know what your guests are looking for, and we will make sure to offer the best possible option. Those are the rooms and the suites that are right on the beach. So it can be either rooms or suites. The rooms on the beach can actually connect 2 to 2. We have the Villa Creole, which is a 2-bedroom villa also located right on the beach. And the last, but not the least again, the panoramic suites. So those suites are located at the top of the resort, but they are really a gem. They are good for families because you will have 2 rooms actually, 1 room for the parents and 1 room for 1 kid that can also be turned, if necessarily, into a TV room if it's only a couple that is traveling. What is great in those rooms is the fact that the terrace is actually almost as big as the room as the suite is. So that's actually quite amazing. We can organize a private dinner on the terrace of the suite. So it's great for honeymooners or even guests that wish to enjoy the view of the ocean without having the noise, if I can say, or the music of the ocean. Some guests find the ocean quite can find the waves a little bit noisy sometimes, and they'd rather have the view but not to hear it. So it's a great option, and we have 3 of them at the Manapani. So again, 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, so a good option for a family of 3, for instance. The views all over the Manapani are quite unique. The idea of sharing those pictures with you is just for you to, I mean, I think just looking at them is giving you a glance of what I'm talking about. We have 2 restaurants on property, one on the beach and one on the rocks. The restaurant on the beach is open for lunch, and the restaurant on the rocks is actually where we serve breakfast and where we serve dinner too. We have a beautiful, very Caribbean style bar. Well, you will be able to enjoy a very nice tea punch. And for those who wish to relax, we have a spa. We work with Dr. Oshka, which is an eco brand, as you might know. The spa is facing the ocean and has that's where the second swimming pool is located, which is a quiet pool. We have about 4 treatment rooms, including 2 couples treatment rooms. The Manapani Hotel was built as an eco-resort. As my mother had to rebuild the entire property, the idea was to be respectful to the environment. So we have several engagements, the solar panel to heat the water. We treat all of the used water to water the garden. We only allow electrical vehicles, as I said, on the resort. We do not use any chemicals for the cleaning of the rooms, but we use specific ozone and Vapodil, so like very warm water to clean the rooms. And the way the resort was sought is only with natural materials. So thank you all for your attention. I know it's a lot of information, so really feel free to reach out to me if you need to have more information on one or several of the hotels. I'm always happy to help. Keep in mind that I can be your main contact for any request that you have for Paris. I'm happy to quote several hotels and to maybe advise you according to the type of the wishes or the wishes of your clients. And of course, for St. Barths, I'm always happy to help. I'm in love with that island. I know it pretty well, so I'm happy to give you any advice that can be useful. Thank you so much for your time, and I look forward to welcoming you in any of our B Signature Hotel. Take care. Bye-bye.